Well, good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are back with Miss Fistula at the Yule Festival. And she is picking up some of the quests so that we can hurry up and go through them. And since we've read most of these quests already, I don't feel particular need to reread anything. At least not at the moment. So, what's this? What are you wearing on your back? That was interesting. Well, if I happen to run across him again, I'll see if I can inspect him and see what that was. It was certainly bright and sparkly. Ah. Okay. You can show up any time now, mister. That's a Bjarning.
Woe to me.
I know it's a Bjarning because there's no other race that has that hairstyle.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Alright, so we're grabbing that one, and that one, and
Will you
that
let
one,
me speak my piece?
and
I
that
do not
one.
ask much of you.
We already have a full slate of quests here. We'll start by cleaning up. This is one of those that I like to do it as I go along doing other things. Because you're going to find your messes all over the place in Winterhome. And we get to clean up dishes and garbage and spilled liquids of questionable... Well, let's just say they're questionable. Okay, so there should be another person here. There's quite a few people playing today, so that's good to see. That Captain's Archer is like just running way behind.
What can I do for you?
Alright, so that's that one. I always feel a little bit bad doing that, but at the same time, I figure if I do that quest and then do the other quest to give them coins, then it's kind of like, hey, I'm going to give you this coin, but then I'm going to pretend to chase you off. Is that okay? Let's see. Scarf, acorn, sticks, and coal. Okay, sticks. Need to find an acorn, which of course you're going to find those under the trees. And a scarf. And some coal. And I'm assuming that it's a Cyrillic alphabet, so Russian maybe? At least I think it's Cyrillic. It could be Greek. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to turn off world chat, so we can't get distracted by it. Oh, and there was an update this morning. So, usual weekly update, fixing this or that. And in this case, they fixed a few items. Okay, that one's done. Minimum level to use the superior Doomfold Athelos Essence has been lowered to 110. So that's good. Loremaster Tracery. Test of Will, Damage, and Devastate Multiplier is now available from the Tracery Library in Rivendell. That's good. Tome of the Festive Yule Goat Kid is now correctly unbound and no longer disenchants into Yule Festival tokens.
What can I do for you?
Well, it kind of depends on how many tokens it disenchanted into. Could be good or not. They fixed some more German localization. So I guess they've been having a problem getting that correctly translated. There's some player versus monster play changes. It says players can now interact with NPCs and items while marching. You still need to disable March to interact with items that have inductions, such as eating food or collecting Trollstone. March tooltip now correctly states that it increases movement speed by 65%. And Mobilize no longer suggests that it only works out of combat. Now, there's a lot of quest and adventure changes. Several things from Before the Shadow. Okay, so we need to find... Oh, somebody else is up here killing them. That's why we're having trouble finding them. There's a couple somebody's up. Wow, a lot of somebody's. Okay. Alright. Well, we've gotten a couple so far. I think actually we only got one so far. Two. Well, while we're waiting. So, Before the Shadow, Sarchvorn, the Black Grave instance is now available up to Tier 2 for players below level 140. An additional safeguard effect called Empty Vessel has been added to prevent unintended behavior that could cause Prince Amondir to attack from a prone position during the Grey Fear encounter. The Grey Fear encounter has been tuned down slightly in solo and duo versions, and Garwin now has a defensive aura to make completing the encounter easier for certain class and spec configurations. So I guess it was maybe too challenging. Although, you really want something that's quite challenging. Especially for higher tiers. Okay, we're up to 4. Five. 6. Whites will no longer sometimes have their equipment temporarily disappear when using a skill. Okay, that would have been funny to see. Klager, Glenhalig, and Lintrib now play their intended music tracks. I didn't even notice, but it's new. An errant tripwire in the Bridge of Karanos mission no longer allows orcs to respawn on player retreat. A miniature White Hand Uruk-hai no longer spawns at the end of Siege of Surland. Aw, that sounded funny. Towers of Karanos no longer bestow within the Bridge to Karanos mission. Mission quests in Cardolan and Swanfleet now have a 3-hour timeout if the quest is abandoned by the player. Wow, a 3-hour timeout? Ouch. Now that's not good. Because usually if you have to abandon a quest and pick it back up for whatever reason, say it's bugged or something, it only takes 5 minutes. So 3 hours is pretty bad. A lot of delving changes. Too many to read. Yuletide Festival changes. Before the shadow missions now properly advance a mission to bring good cheer. Obsolete blemish symbols of Celebrimbar no longer drop from the Yule Festival sack of presents. These have been replaced with current legendary items and crafting rewards. The festive Yule goat should now correctly show up in the pet collection panel. Flowing water across the game will now appear as it did prior to update 34.1. Some incorrect physics have been removed from the Mordor besieged landscape. Blurry cliff textures and Shotraful have been corrected. What kind of name is that? An impassable border between the southern Old Forest and Woe of the Willow has been adjusted. Darn it, he beat me to that one. Alright, we got 4 winter weathers. I don't think that's how you combat cold weather, though, but, you know, I'm just saying. Oh, and there are still some German language tweaks that need to be done. At least one says some tasks in Swansea are not properly translated into German. And the cool thing about this quest is if you're fast enough, you can cheer at the same snow beast 3 times and it counts for bringing cheer to 3 snow beasts. Okay, let's collect some pampered mushrooms. So yeah, that's pretty much the updates. I mean, we could read through all the delving stuff, although I've never done any of the delvings. But there are a lot of updates. So I would recommend heading over to the updates page for LOTRO and checking it out. Especially since I would not have the first clue what any of that stuff is. Okay, so I've done it daily. And what did I get today? 5 tokens. That's it.
What is this world coming to?
Okay, turn that in. And get off our horse and start actually cleaning up again. We usually do all the inside loop and then do the outside, but not today. Of course, I forgot to get myself a drink. And now my throat's a little scratchy. Oh. Alright, another quest to turn in.
What can I do for you?
We'll go ahead and clean up while we're waiting for the NPC we need to talk to. There she is.
What can I do for you?
Grimy dish. Reeking garbage. An unsightly spill. I love how they're making you, the guest, do their work for them.
How can I be of service?
How can I be of service? Well, according to the mayor, you can stop being poor. And don't ask. I have no clue why he thinks that works either. Okay, so AFK. Let's see if anybody's in here for
Could I take a
the
moment
theater.
of your time?
So we didn't get to do that last time. Yeah, nobody. Okay. See if I can do this real quick. You have set off some distracting fireworks. Alright, I can turn that in. And I can turn that in. And I can turn that
How can I
in.
be of service?
And that in. And if you put yourself in the right spot, you can hit all 8 of the party goers without moving. Which is pretty handy. Alright, so that's done. Huh, we can already do a final
Why
act.
are you bothering me?
Okay. How many tokens do I have so far? 83. Okay.
Greetings.
Oh, did I forget to take the daily quest? I think I did. Oh well. I'm not going to get the daily reward. Because I forgot to get in the Spirit of Yule. Oh well, not a huge deal. It only gives you a few more tokens and advances the weekly, but Alright, one more check to see if there's anybody in the Frostblood Theater. Oh, we're here for the play. In fact, it just started. The notable Mr. Baggins was preparing his celebration. I'm so excited for Mr. Bilbo's party. I've heard he will spare no expense. Every guest will receive a sack of gold and jewels from his hidden fortune. Why, the postman has just delivered your invitation. I quite agree. It should be a marvelous time. And the whole of the Shire began to feel the excitement. Hobbits marked their calendars and eagerly anticipated the fateful day. But not all the guests had the same good intentions. Mwahaha, Gandalf, our plans are already in motion. The day of Mad Baggins' party is almost upon us. What evil plan do you have up your sleeve, Gandalf? Oh, yes, of course. What plan? You old villain, you. For a second, I almost thought... And so the day of the party finally arrived. Hobbits lined up all down the hill, even as far as 3 farthing stone. And Bilbo stood at his gate with his nephew to greet them each in turn. Oh, Bilbo, our party is going splendidly. I'm not sure anything could spoil such a wonderful day. Why, look, it's our cousins, the Proudfoots. Why don't you say hello, Uncle? What I believe my uncle meant to say was, won't you please enjoy the party? The party was very successful. Food, drink, and music were all in plenty. Though some were getting suspicious of some of the more nefarious guests. I must say I never had so much fun in all my life. But who invited the sour-looking dwarf? Oh well, how are you enjoying the party? You're very right. I should stop worrying and enjoy the party. And so the party continued. All throughout the day there was feasting and merriment. While the hobbits were preparing dinner, others were preparing something completely different. Everything is going according to plan, Gandalf. No one suspects a thing, not even that pesky Frodo. Are you ready to spring our trap and steal Mad Baggins' fortune? Good, good. We must hurry. We haven't much time. A tent was erected over the party tree to hold dinner for Bilbo and his guests. After the feast, Bilbo and Frodo arose. It was time for the party speech. All in attendance waited with great anticipation to see what Bilbo would say. Bilbo and I would like to thank you all for attending. We cannot express our gratitude for how happy we are being with you tonight. Before we conclude the evening, my uncle has something he would like to say. Ha! Uncle can be so funny sometimes. Can't you, Uncle? I'm rather enjoying Bilbo's speech, are you not? I agree. Bilbo's a queer character, but well-spoken. And now I believe Bilbo has an announcement. Oh, Uncle, always joking around. Gandalf, now! Mwahaha, our plan is complete. No one will suspect that we've disposed of Mad Baggins. Now we have Bag End all to ourselves. Isn't that right, Gandalf? Ah, cunning plan. We'll make them think we're not looking for the treasure. And so our tale comes to an end. To this day, no hobbit has seen or heard from Mr. Baggins or the old wandering conjurer, though some claim on cool, clear nights the sound of distant laughter and jingling coins can still be heard around the old party tree. So, the whole point of this is that 3 people are taken from the audience to perform the play. And unless you're AFK, which is why I put myself AFK before I entered. And they're supposed to give certain responses at certain times. If they get it right, then people in the audience throw flower petals at them. If they get it wrong, then you throw rotten tomatoes at them, which you can buy in the theater. And doing enough of those will actually get you a permanent emote. Alright, so
Greetings,
see,
friend.
what can we barter for? Well, we could get this festive Yule goat. We could get our scarf, which we would then need to dye blue to match her outfit. And get this cap to go with it. Which looks like it probably jingles. I'm thinking the mittens probably would jingle too. Although they don't match her outfit. I'm mainly interested in that. What about the boots? The boots actually kind of go with her outfit. Let's see. Let's find a blue in here. Maybe. Yeah. I could dye them to match the rest of the outfit. And, hold on. Oh, get this over here. There we go. And that would be a shoulder item. No, that's not a shoulder item. Okay. What is it? A back item? Ah, it's considered a back item. Not quite the same blue, huh? Ebony blue? Nope. Definitely not sea blue. Definitely not arid blue one. Steel blue? No. Although it looks nice in steel blue. Definitely not that. Okay, so it's not going to dye exactly to match, it looks like. But it would look nice with the rest of her outfit. So let's get that one. And the boots. Even though hobbits don't generally wear shoes, we'll get that for her anyway. So we want to put this where the cloak would go. And of course we want to put the boots where the shoes would go. Now she looks more like a store hobbit. Let's see what she looks like. Let's get out of the way first. There we go. Those do look like bells, don't they? I don't hear any jingling, though. Yeah, that scarf looks really good on her. And I noticed that in order to get the woven deer tome of the Yule Princess Bunny, well, we need a whole different set of tokens, which are the festivity tokens. which is where this set came from. This blue set she's wearing came from festivity tokens. Interesting. Carrot nose. You know, if it didn't have that silly nose on it, I would get it just for the earmuffs. Those would look good on her. But it has to have that silly nose. Alright, so next time we're going to start working on doing the instances so that we can maybe get her a princess bunny. But until then, bye for now.